Earlier this year, WCMU out of Mount Pleasant, Michigan, saved lives when it stepped up to coordinate emergency information during a catastrophic ice storm in Michigan. When commercial towers went down, this is not a luxury, but it's a fundamental public responsibility. Public broadcasters are the backbone of emergency alerting, but I've heard from Michigan broadcasters, especially those in rural areas, that they may not survive if these cuts go through. That could mean no emergency alerts for over 250,000 residents in the Upper Peninsula alone, not to mention the thousands more in northern Michigan, mid-Michigan, or the Thumb. So Director Vogt, I just need a yes or no answer to this question. Were you fully aware of the emergency alert function that public broadcasters play when recommending eliminating these funds in the rescissions package?
Senator, certainly aware of the extent to which public broadcasting has an impact on these communities, and it's our view is that to the extent that it's been politicized, we have a real problem in this country. You said something earlier in which you said was misstated. We did not impound funds in January. We have not impounded funds yet. It certainly wasn't as a result of the malicious compliance that was conducted with regard to the freeze memo that you were referring to. So I think it's important that the record reflect that.
Well, we're seeing, Mr. Vogt, thank you. We're seeing you're holding funds that have been appropriated by Congress. That's not going out. Communities and others are being hurt.
We're conducting a programmatic
answer
review.
The emergency. I would like you to answer the question that I asked. Are you aware about the emergency alert function and how critical that is in rural America? Is that
Certainly
something?
aware of the extent to which public broadcasting performs a host of different purposes, and we continue to have
Specifically
major
emergency broadcasting.
and we continue to maintain funding for other programs, one of them which includes a FEMA for this type of work and this type of service.
FEMA can't do it all. That's where it's pretty clear what's happening here. So how are you going to fill the budget backholes? How are these people going to be able to get that information? Do you have a plan for that?
We believe that we have put forward a very reasonable proposal. We've maintained the fiscal year 25 funds that are already obligated to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Maybe they should get a sense for the degree to which Congress and the President is moving against that funding and not fund as much NPR and PBS. The
They're going to
political
go down.
program
What I'm
that
hearing
is
from my folks
underway,
is these
in which
stations
we are saying, here, Senator,
No,
in 2022, NPR ran a feature titled,
No,
"What
I don't-
Queer
that's
Ducks
not
Can
the
Teach
question, Mr.
Teenagers
Vogt,
About
that's not the
Sexuality in the Animal
That's
Kingdom."
not the question, Mr. Vogt.
In
I have another
2020,
question for you.
PBS show
Mr.
Sesame
Vogt,
Street partnered
Mr.
with
Vogt.
CNN for a town hall aimed at
Vogt.
preventing racism and the Black
Mr.
Lives
Vogt, could
Matter
you
riots.
show a little bit of respect here?
I'm happy to, but
and
you
I'm asking
continue to
a
misstate
question.
things and
I
ask
don't
the same
need you to
question.
answer questions that I'm not asking. Please. I'm trying to be as civil as I can, and that's who I am. But I don't expect to have a witness that behaves as you do. It's really disrespectful. But it's certainly understandable given
misstated
the
the
types
facts,
of
Senator.
activities. I have another question for you. The Impoundment Control Act only permits the president to refuse to spend the funds proposed for rescission for up to 45 days. If Congress does not approve a rescission package, the president then must release the funds to be spent on these critical projects. So my question for you, sir, and this is the question I'd like to have answered, do you commit that if Congress does not pass a rescission bill to cancel these funds, that the administration will then release them so that they can be spent?
Yes, if Congress does not pass this $9.4 billion rescission, we will release the funds for this multi-year package.
Very good. Thank you, Madam President.